This is Kiran Lobo from Servo Controls and Hydraulics India Private Limited. Normally, we supply around 5 to 6,000 manifolds to different customers in construction equipment. See, when I was working in my earlier organization, the amount of hydraulics I knew was just 4 or 5%. That was just concerned to one equipment. But in servo controls, you get a vast experience on different types of hydraulics. And here in servo controls, we specially cater to e-hydraulics. That is now the conventional hydraulics is all gone away. Now everything comes in with soft touch and joystick controls. So there's a lot of electronics here. So here you have a very big, vast experience in your e-hydraulics, you can say. As my boss also says, that if you go through, he was a foreign return. Okay, he's a NRI, and he's catering to India. And what we have done is for our country. So we are really proud we are doing something for our own country, especially in the defense. So it's a very proud moment. Technically, of course, we are very good, but it's a very proud moment that we are doing something for our own country.
Hello, this is Mangesh from Servo Controls Aerospace India, Belgaum, and I am working as a program manager over here from last 5 years. And basically, it is called as a aerospace design department, and also we are calling it as a project department also. So our work starts from the inquiry stage. So this inquiry and all, it is basically a techno-commercial activity. We get the RFQ from customers, then we work on that, we study the drawings, then we do AS documentation. My team, I am having 4 to 5 members. Mr. Vinayak over here, he is one of my colleagues. Mr. Vinod, Mr. Sushil, and Mr. Nitin. So basically when an inquiry raises, we start work on that. First technically we see the feasibility, then lot of documentation we do. As I told you, when we receive the inquiries, we start working on that and we do some paperwork. First of all, we conduct a CFT. A CFT is nothing but cross-functional team meeting in which all departments like production, quality and purchase, we call all the representatives and we conduct a meeting. We see the feasibility of the product first, and once we find the product is feasible, we start working on the prices. Then we get the prices from production, quality as well as purchase for raw material. Then we gather all together the data and we make a formal quotation. That quotation will be submitted to the customer after taking the approval from the management. So once it is through, we receive a purchase order from the customer, and here our projects team work starts. So once we receive the purchase order, we give first of all a order acceptance number to that project. Then suppose a mechanical part is there, we design a process flow chart for that. Process flow chart is nothing but the sequence of operation for the manufacturing. It starts from receiving the raw material, then storage, then once as I'm telling you, once we receive the purchase order, we start working on that. We start doing the process flow chart. Then according to process flow chart, we design control plans. Control plans is nothing but the detail sheet, how to manufacture the product, where to hold it, where to clamp it, what to be checked. All the information will come into the control plan. So after doing this engineering activity, we start procuring the raw material. Then we start manufacturing. And once the product is manufactured, it will be thoroughly checked. Some processes like special processes and heat treatment will be outsourced. And we get the COC. COC is nothing but certificate of conformance. Once we receive that COC, we gather all the information in a file. We call it as a FAI file. FAI is nothing but first article inspection. So the file will be submitted to the customer. And once we get through the FAI, we are ready for the production. And as a project team, here our work stops and we hand over this product for mass production or batch production to the production department.
Hello, welcome to Servo Controls. I'm Mrs. Rushali Ligade, MBHR, having proficiency in the field of HR to guide the industries across. I believe in the building the gaps between the employer and the employee, behaving as a bridge, solving the gaps required from head to head of the departments. My core profile is recruitment and selection, where the standard hiring processes are done, where resume screening, subjective interviews, then background checks, where 50-50 chances are there for the right hire, but yet server controls believe in right hiring at the right time and of course at the right place. We believe in right hiring of attitudes rather than the required credentials and the experiences. Obviously experiences counts, but we focus on the right attitude, the passion in the core subject the person is possessing, and obviously a right attitude at the right profile makes wonders. So the mindset plus the hard work or the habit, the efficiency gives an extraordinary life, and and a good organization structure too. There are many milestones across the years Servo Controls has achieved, and I'm proud to be an employee of Servo Controls. So Mangaland was one of the greatest achievement, I believe, which was really a souvenir to Servo Controls. We are such a brand name globally, and were tied up with ISRO for the critical position sensors, and we are landed up from minor R&D projects till the space research.
I feel very excited to be in India at this point of a time because of the so much of things to be done in India, and with the Make in India slogan by the new government and our PM Modi ji. So I feel there are a lot of things and opportunities will come our way, and how to make it all happen in a real world is a real challenge, and hope we will take best advantage of this situation and try to capitalize on the mood of the nation at this point of a time. We never thought that it will go to that publicity and all, because in the past also we did it for Chandrayaan and other missions, but our PM took it to a different level by being physically there and talking to all these media, and so it came to the limelight. We feel great because we are part of the history. The main important thing what I want to tell is, if you have a good customer who doesn't question you a lot, tell me your past experience that you have sent such things to Mars, If should have asked it, then we should not have been there. He just believed in us, and believing an Indian company and taking it to that level by an Indian organization is I think the great thing that has happened to us in this mission.